player as one of our first guests. We're happy to welcome from Vandercook Lake Middle and High School, the assistant principal and athletic director, Zach Holstein, and one of his star student athletes, Leland Barton. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, great to have you here. So you're fairly new at Vandercook, Zach.
I am, yes, sir. January will be 2 years for me. So I was teaching and coaching for a long time prior to that, and I was looking to make the transition into administration. Vandercook had an opening kind of halfway through the school year, and I took advantage of it. Great.
Well, you left the hustle and bustle of the big city. How do you like the quiet life of Jackson County?
I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, very much so. The people have been great. They've been very welcoming of me, and just appreciate it very much.
Nice.
Yeah.
Leland, you too have been at Vandercook Lake for just a couple of years, I think, right?
Yes.
So what grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
And you're involved in a lot of sports.
Yes.
I think every season, right? Well, JTV's Jeff Steers took some photos of you during your sports seasons, including football. And Jeff tells us you're a very fast runner. What position do you play?
Running back.
Now, this has been a challenge because you're playing 8-man football, right? In this past season, 8-man?
No, this past season we played 11-man.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Year before.
Year before.
Year before.
8-man, before I got
First
there.
year of 11-man.
Yes.
Okay. So a rebuilding year.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we knew it was going to be a rebuilding year. We had a nice group that were younger in grades, and so we declared a 1 year of a JV season this year, and looking forward to returning to a 11-man varsity season next year.
How did you feel the season went for you, Leland?
I feel like it was a real big improvement from last year. We had a way bigger team than we did last year, and it was just easier because not everybody was tired. We had a lot more subs that we could make. We had 12 players last year, and we only had one person on the bench. So it was just a lot better.
Not a very deep bench.
No.
At all.
What was your favorite game?
The first game I played in against Flint Academy, it was real fun. And it was just it was the first game I played that season because I didn't have my physical in the first game versus Grass Lake. So me coming out against Flint Academy, it just meant that much more.
Well, I'm glad it was a positive experience for you because you did. There were some highlights, but Cascades Conference with the expansion this year, it seems like there's even more football talent that you have to compete against.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was, that was the biggest motivating factor, is to, create the best conference possible. And so it certainly didn't get easier. it only gets tougher. But that's the challenge every year, every season. So.
Yeah, mission accomplished.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, for casual viewers of the conference, thought that Napoleon was going to just steamroll everybody. I think Addison was a surprise for a lot of fans.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of talent down there.
Yeah, they do.
Leland,
it's a good brand of football, for sure.
Yeah, really. It's a great football town. It has been for a long time.
Yeah.
So, Leland, you went to Paragon, I believe, for elementary school. Why did you choose to go to Vandercook Lake?
One of my coaches who coached me for basketball, he suggested I go to Vandercook Lake because he thought it'd be a good experience for me. And so me and my parents, we talked it over, and we all decided to move, all of us, me including my little brothers, to the Townsend Elementary. And it's been good.
Yeah, and I think we either saw or have some photos of you playing basketball, and I think that of the sports you're participating in, that's the strongest for Vandercook.
In recent years, yes,
Yeah.
as far as I know, yeah.
What's your position on the basketball team?
Point guard.
Great. So this year, how's it look?
We have a lot more players than last year. It's because there's a lot of freshmen because of a bunch of kids from 8th grade coming up. They wanted to play. And then there's a bunch of transfers who also came. So, yeah.
And I think that's a challenge that you've met, and it looks like you've had a lot of great success, and that's growing the number of students participating in athletics.
Yeah, I think so. You know, just from getting there about a year and a half ago, almost 2 years, to now, there's been a pretty significant increase in participation and the students who are participating. I think there's a lot of factors. I think there always are a lot of factors, but I definitely see kids more engaged and just really enjoying themselves.
Well, that's great testimony from one of Leland's coaches recommending Vandercook to be successful.
I think so, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you don't coach right now?
I am not coaching right now. No, I had to make the transition into administration, both feet in, and I'm not capable of coaching with only one foot in, and I'm self-aware enough to know that, and so for the time being, I am not, but certainly something that I look to get back into soon.
You gotta say, you never know.
You never know.
Never
That's
say
right.
never.
That's right.
And then the other sport, track, in your sprinter and track.
Yes.
What do you want to do after high school? Have you thought about that yet?
Yeah, I want to go get a degree in business because I've always wanted my own restaurant. Because my stepdad, he cooks, and that's a dream of his. And I'm in the kitchen with him all the time, and it's fun. I enjoy it.
Well, obviously, sports is a big part of high school for you. What else besides outside of sports do you like about Vandercook?
The people, when I first got there, they instantly made me feel welcome. They didn't treat me any differently or anything. I was like almost surrounded by a bunch of people when I first got there. And then the teachers there, they are actually very helpful. Like when you need help, they don't just sit there and ignore what you're trying to get help with. They sit down with you, they'll talk about it, and yeah, it's an all around good school.
Great to hear. Great to see you both. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you again. We really appreciate you having us today.
Yeah, continued good luck, and have a great basketball season coming up. You started working out yet?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, it'll be here before you know it.
That's right.
Jayhawks from Vandercook Lake, Assistant Principal and Athletic Director Zach Holstein, and athlete and student Leland Barton.